Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Before we start, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon. Thanks. A royal expert is slamming Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Netflix docuseries trailer, taking aim at both the content and the timing of the trailer. During the December 1 episode of Royally Us, royal expert Jonathan Teared shared his initial reaction to the Harry and Meghan trailer. Teared touched on the timing of the trailer's release, calling the Sussexes out for the way they hijacked publicity from Prince William and Kate during their U.S. visit. When did the royal family become the Kardashians, and who's the driving force behind that? Because whoever it is, I think it's time she stops, he said. I have to say this trailer is everything we expected and worse. Meanwhile, he suggested Meghan and her husband Prince Harry were also aware they had a shelf life before the U.S. began to tire of them, with Harry in particular aware of uncomfortable parallels with the life of Edward VI, his great-uncle. Mr. Teared was speaking after the unveiling of the one-minute trailer for the eagerly anticipated six-part series. Meghan has been airing her views on her weekly Spotify podcast Archetypes podcast together with A-list guests, including Serena Williams and Mariah Carey. However, for Mr. Teared, the results have been somewhat underwhelming, to say the least. Speaking as he considered the likely reasons why the Prince and Princess of Wales had opted not to invite their in-laws to the Earthshot Prize Awards in Boston on Friday, which William presented, Mr. Teared told Express.co.uk. What Meghan and Harry seemed to want was to be part-time royals, and it's reported that it was the Queen herself who said no to that. You're either in or you're out. You can't live somewhere else and do occasional bits, but also carry on other activities outside the family. Mr. Teared added, in that respect, there would be no reason for William and Catherine to invite them back in for this moment, and I just don't think it would be helpful for them to do that, because it would refocus things on the soap opera and the family psychodrama, and frankly, I think we've heard enough psychodrama on Spotify for the last number of weeks and all that psychobabble. It became like a sort of woke bingo listening to Meghan. I actually made a bingo card at one point that I put on Twitter. I did it as a joke, but I put Gloria Steinem's birthday on it, and literally it got mentioned every week. We now understand that Meghan is friends with Gloria Steinem. The world has already heard plenty from the Sussexes despite their concerns about their privacy, Mr. Teared said, and would shortly hear a great deal more via the Netflix show and Harry's memoir, published next month and entitled Spare. Harry was also likely to be mindful of the past, and not least the abdication of his great-great-uncle, Edward VIII as king in 1936, in order to marry Wallis Simpson. Edward endured a fractious relationship with the remaining royals for the rest of his life and died in France in 1972, with the rift never fully having healed. Mr. Teared said, I'm sure that fear of turning into Edward VIII and Wallis Simpson looms large in Harry's mind. I would imagine because it's an obvious comparison. And yet we live in very different times, and I think there may be a role they can cut out for themselves. Overall, Teared compared the release of the trailer to a game of chess. He explained, we have the Prince and Princess of Wales in the States for something that's apparently a good cause. So what's the next move on Meghan and Harry's part? It's to steal their thunder and steal their publicity and launch their own sort of tawdry Netflix series, exploring their own private family photos and activities. According to the expert, he believes this will continue until people finally get fed up a bit and stop watching them. Teared added, it's something of a shame for people who care about their personal relationship. The idea that they're two brothers, I mean, this isn't a nice way to behave with your brother. But of course, I suppose Harry says that he wasn't treated nicely within the family either. It's just messy to watch. So what do you think about this news, guys? Please, share your personal opinion with us in the comments section below. Thank you.